Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to online MOOC lecture series, an initiative taken by LJ Institute of Pharmacy. I am Dr. Jignesh Shah, working as a professor in the Department of Quality Assurance at LJ Institute of Pharmacy. In today's class, we will be starting with the topic that is IR spectroscopy. Now, students, the content of today's class will be the principle involved in IR spectroscopy and different types of vibration which are been found in case of IR spectroscopy. So we'll be continuing with the first point, that is a principle involved in IR spectroscopy. So before starting with the principle, we should know that what is IR spectroscopy. So IR spectroscopy, it is the study of interaction between infrared radiation and matter. So sample, it will be reacting with the infrared radiation. This infrared radiation, they are broadly classified depending upon their wave number. So infrared radiations, they refer broadly to part of that electromagnetic spectrum which lies between visible as well as the microwave region. So that part of the radiation which is lying between the visible spectrum and the microwave region, that part is known as infrared spectrum or infrared radiation. This infrared radiation, it is divided into three different parts or three different regions. The first region is near infrared region. The second one is middle infrared region, and the last one is far infrared region, depending upon the wave number which they are assigned with. So as per the wave number which they are assigned, they are been divided into three different segments: near infrared, mid infrared, and far infrared radiations. Now, principle of IR spectroscopy, it is related to the vibrational and rotational energy of the molecule. So any molecule is associated with vibrational and rotational energy. And IR spectroscopy, it undergoes interaction with the vibrational and the rotational energy of the molecule. Now, when the frequency of the IR radiation, when it becomes equal to the natural frequency of the vibration of the molecule, when these two frequency matches with each other, in that case, the absorption of the IR radiation will take place by that particular molecule. Now, absorption of the IR radiation, it causes excitation of a molecule from ground level, that is the ground vibrational level, to a higher vibrational level state. That is, it leads to the excitation of the vibrational energy level of the molecule. Now, each vibrational energy level of the molecule, it is associated with a number of other rotational levels which are closely packed with each other. So there are various different rotational levels which are associated with a single vibration level. So whenever there is the excitation of the vibrational level which is taking place, along with that, there will be changes that it will be taking place in the rotational level of the energy also. Therefore, IR spectroscopy, as it is concerned with both vibrational and rotational energy of the molecule, it is also known as vibrational rotational spectroscopy. Now, all the bonds which are present in a particular molecule, they are not capable enough to absorb the IR energy. It is not like that all the bonds present in a molecule will absorb IR energy, but only those bonds which are associated with change in the dipole moment, they have an ability to absorb the IR radiation, and due to this change in the dipole moment, the IR radiation will be absorbed and it will lead to the transition from lower vibrational level to a higher vibrational level. And such kind of molecules, they are known as IR active molecules, and such transitions are known as IR active transitions. The transitions which are not accompanied by any change in the dipole moment, that kind of molecules will not have a tendency to absorb the IR radiation. So if any molecule is having such kind of bonds where there is no change in the dipole moment taking place, in that case there won't be any absorption of the IR radiation. So such kind of molecules are considered as IR inactive molecules because they will not absorb the IR radiation. So on the basis of this particular point, we can say that it is very much necessary for any molecule to have change in the dipole moment. If the dipole moment will change, in that case only that molecule will absorb the IR radiation and they will undergo the transition. Otherwise, that particular molecule will not be able to absorb the IR radiation and there won't be any kind of transition. So on the basis of absorption of the radiation, by a molecule, there are two different kind of molecules. One are IR active molecules and others they are known as IR inactive molecules. Now, in case of IR spectroscopy, the vibrational energy level it changes depending upon various factors. So there are various factors which influences the vibrational energy level. So any change in the vibrational energy level, that is from the ground state to the excited state, which is taking place, it is affecting by the mass of the atom which is present in the molecule, the strength of the bonds which are present in the molecule, and the arrangement of the atoms which are present within the molecule. So these are basically all the structural components of a molecule: mass of the atom, strength of the bonds, arrangement of the atoms. So basically these three factors are considered as major factors which influences the change in the vibrational energy of a molecule on the absorption of the IR radiation. So these things that should be taken into consideration while we are considering any kind of changes in the vibrational energy level of the molecule. Now, moving towards the theory which is involved in IR spectroscopy, whenever there is a molecule, when it absorbs radiation with a frequency which is less than 100 centimeter inverse, then the molecular rotation will start taking place in that molecule. And if a molecule absorbs more energy radiation, that is in the region of 10 raised to 4 to 10 raised to 2 centimeter inverse, then molecular vibration will take place. Now, this is depending upon how much amount of the energy is absorbed by a particular molecule. Now, a single vibrational energy change is always accompanied by large number of vibrational energy changes. So whenever you see a transition, it is because of large number of changes that takes place in the vibrational energy level of a molecule, and thus we will get a vibrational spectra, and which appears in the form of bands. So finally we are going to get a spectra in the form of bands, which helps us to evaluate that what kind of functional groups are present in the molecule. And this is considered as one of the important application of IR spectroscopy, that by using the knowledge about the vibrational spectra and vibrational bands, we can identify that which functional group is present in the molecule. Now, there are mainly three processes which are taking place in a molecule which can absorb the radiation. Each of these route involves increase of energy, which is directly proportional to the light absorbed. The first route that occurs when the absorption of a radiation, it leads to higher rotational energy level in a rotational transition. So this is the first route that takes place in a particular molecule, or we can say this is the first process which takes place in a molecule when molecule absorbs the IR radiation. The second main process which occurs when absorption of radiation takes place is it leads to higher vibrational energy level in a vibrational transition. So in both the cases, that is in the first process and the second process, a higher rotational energy level and a higher vibrational energy level is attained by a particular molecule on absorption of the radiation. Now the third process is when absorption of the radiation takes place, even higher electronic energy level is achieved by a particular molecule. So these are the three main processes which always takes place whenever the molecule absorbs the radiation. And these are the three different ways by which higher energy levels are being attained by a particular molecule. Now, this is an energy level diagram which shows you that there are different rotational energy levels, there are different vibrational energy levels, and there are different electronic energy levels. So, whenever a molecule starts absorbing the radiation, you can see that the molecule it attains higher rotational energy levels, it can attain higher vibrational energy levels, and it can attain higher electronic levels also. So this is the transition which is taking place in a molecule when it absorbs the radiation. So these are the three different mechanisms which is taking place in a molecule. Now for any molecule to absorb the higher radiation, there are two specific criteria which must be satisfied by that molecule. The first important criteria is the frequency of the IR radiation which is imparted to the molecule. It should match with the vibrational frequency of the molecule. So when the imparted frequency and the vibrational frequency of the molecule, when these two matches with each other, after that only the absorption of the IR radiation will take place. And the second important criteria for the absorption of IR radiation is there should be a change in the dipole moment. on absorption of IR radiation. If there is no change in the dipole moment taking place after the absorption of the IR radiation, then in that case there won't be any kind of IR spectra which would be obtained, and such kind of compounds will be considered as IR inactive compounds. Now there are three different main types of absorption bands which occurs in an IR spectra. The first one is known as fundamental absorption band, and the second one is known as overtone absorption band, and the third one is known as the combinational band. So these are the three different types of absorption bands which occurs in a IR spectra. Now, this is an example of a spectra which has been shown here. If you see the spectra, then you can find that there are two different kind of bands which have been shown here. One is the overtone band, and the another one is the fundamental band. The overtone band, it is obtained around 3414 centimeter inverse, while the fundamental band is obtained around 1717 centimeter inverse. On the basis of this, it can be noted that the overtone band, it is twice the centimeter inverse as that of the fundamental band of a particular functional groups. So this is how we can use this kind of knowledge to identify that whether a band in a spectra, it is either because of the overtone band or it is because of the fundamental band, because there are three different types of bands which are mainly obtained. One is overtone, the another one is fundamental, and the last one is combinational bands, where two different bands they combine together to give you one combination band. So this spectra will help us to identify what type of different overtone bands are present in a spectra and what kind of different fundamental bands are present in a particular spectra. Now, as we have gone earlier, that IR spectroscopy is related to the change in the vibrational energy level of the molecule. If we go with the vibration, then there are two different types of vibration which are mainly found in case of IR spectroscopy. One is the stretching type of vibration, and the another one is known as bending type of vibration. Now, stretching vibrations are always seen in a molecule where there is changes in the bond length which will be taking place in a molecule, whereas bending type of vibration is always seen in a molecule where the bond angle will be changing in case of bending type of vibration. So stretching is not involving change in the bond angle. Change in the bond angle is mostly found in case of bending type of vibration. There are two different types of stretching vibration. One is symmetric stretching vibration, and the second one is asymmetric stretching vibration. In case of bending type of vibration, there are four different types of vibrations: scissoring, rocking, wagging, and twisting. So out of these four bending vibrations, two vibrations they belong to in plane bending vibrations, means they will show bending in the same plane, whereas the remaining two vibrations they will be showing the bending in two different planes, which is known as out plane bending vibrations. So totally there are four different types of bending vibrations which are seen in case of molecules. So this is the diagram which is related to different types of vibrations, where we can see there is a symmetric stretching vibration and asymmetric stretching vibration. Also we can see there is symmetric bending vibration, where we can see scissoring, twisting, rocking, and wagging. So these are different modes of vibrations which are taking place in a particular molecule after the absorption of the IR radiation. From the next class, we will continue with factors affecting the absorption of IR frequency. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe our official YouTube channel, that is Pharma Ignite. Stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.